I'm Josh Light with PoliticIt.com. I'm here in North Carolina with Jim Hightower. How are you doing today, Jim?
Doing great, Josh. Great to be with you.
And Jim, tell us about today's event.
Well, this is just people getting together who really want Democrats to be Democrats. Isn't that an interesting concept? That we actually have to push for that. But we've got too many of people in my party, and by the way, I come to you as one, much to the amusement of the people of Texas, got elected to statewide office down there to a couple of terms. But now I see my party taking the same kind of corporate money that the Republicans take. And the result is they quit talking about the kind of issues that these folks care about. Everything from war to big money in politics to working class needs of just the vast majority of the American people. And I see that too many Democrats in Congress particularly are weaker than Canadian hot sauce, when it comes to standing up for the people they're supposed to represent.
What do you think about the wars?
I don't think very highly of them. I began in opposition to the Vietnam War a few years ago, a few decades ago, and saw what people power can do when they do get riled up about something like that. And that's why they eliminated the draft, of course, because people like me were being drafted, and we didn't like it. And so now they have a volunteer army, and they say that America is at war. Well, 99% of Americans are not at war at all. We're not even paying for it. So it is an outrage what we're doing to the people who are serving 7, 9, 11 tours of duty now in Afghanistan. We need to get out of there. We have had no rational explanation at all of why we're there, of what we're supposed to be achieving. And it looks like we're not achieving anything because it's going to be the same mess it was once that we leave, and it's draining our treasury, it's draining the blood of our good people, and it's draining our reputation around the world, the goodwill for America, and our potential, I would say too, our potential to do great things. Every dime we spend on war is a dime just frittered away. It's not producing anything that's gonna make life better for the ordinary person.
Do you think Barack Obama will end the wars?
Well, he should not have expanded the Afghan war. He did get us out, not entirely, but still out of Iraq. But it's the Afghan war that now is his war, and I don't see why we're continuing on. I certainly would not want any of my loved ones to shed an ounce of blood over what. I don't understand what it's about.
What do you think about Syria?
Syria is a mess, and so, by the way, are a number of countries, and I don't think that means that we have to be responsible for the mess, that we have to put, again, our loved ones at risk in fighting, bleeding, and dying for what? Again, what are we going to achieve? And that's what I think is missing in our military strategies around the world. One, we have the military congressional intelligence complex that now says that everything's a war. That the protesters here in Charlotte, protesters in Tampa, that's a war. It's a war against protesters. We've had a war on drugs, and we're hardly winning that one. We're warifying our entire country, and that is creating billions of dollars for a handful of corporate interests. But it is denying the money that we need to build a society that is not based on war.
How do we get the big money out of politics?
Take it out. Take it out by first passing a constitutional amendment that says that Citizen United is overturned. A corporation is not a person. As we know in Texas, of course, if a corporation was a person, we would have executed one by now. So that's proof. And then the second thing you do is provide public financing for every election. Outlaw private money being in our politics, because that private money is special interest money.
You do radio in Texas. Do you use social media?
I do social media, yes. JimHightower.com, and do the website and the Facebook and all that stuff. But the radio is national. My work is national. I'm based in Texas, but I've got about 250 stations around the country that carry my daily radio commentaries, and then I do a national column. I do a political newsletter. I'm sort of a mini conglomerate of running my mouth basically to make a living, and it's great fun for me, and I get to say what I want to say, and that's a pretty good way to go.
Who do you think is going to win in November?
Barack Obama.
Well, thanks, Jim.
Thank you.